All right, welcome back. This is the Black American Vortex, the entertainment. Um, Doing a section on entertainment. This one is going to be a lot quicker. Not really much to talk about because the truth is, I've been thinking about this for years, but it's still very hard to put together. It's very hard to make sense of how we as Black Americans, how we determine what type of entertainment is okay and what isn't okay. It's very, very arbitrary. All right, so on your screen, you're gonna see some movies, okay, and TV shows and TV series. And when it comes to entertainment, let's use music for. I want to say music is probably the most consistent. Black Americans are very, 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 very dedicated to our genres of music. We love our music. We are musicians, and we're very proud of our music. So when it comes to music, we don't stray as much. But there is this thing about not listening to other countries' music or especially not listening to white music. Really, I'm gonna be honest. But there's certain types of white people that get a pass. Let's say Eminem, but he's doing rap. Or let's take it back to the 70s with the Bee Gees, or groups who would do what would be considered African American music, like R&B. But I want to focus on movies and TV shows, because when it comes to movies and TV shows, I think African Americans are the vortex is stronger. The way of thinking is so arbitrary and so haphazard. There really are no rules. If black theater, black movies, there are a lot of black producers out there, but they're not really that prolific in putting out a lot of movies. So we allow ourselves to watch certain TV shows and certain movies, but let me bring it back to the origin of how this works. If something starts with white people, if it's music, then it's not okay to listen to. That's how the Black Vortex works. It makes no sense. But if it's a movie or a TV show and it starts with them and it's theirs, their script, their content, their story, everything, somehow it's okay. And this is where the hypocrisy really, really gets to me, and I want you to think about this. Now, let's look at the screen. We have Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones, everyone watches it. Set in ancient Europe, all Europeans pretty much, their story. Yet people have no problems watching Game of Thrones, even though it's white. So Game of Thrones is kind of like, if I were to compare it to sports, I'd compare it to basketball and football. White sports, but somehow they've been baptized into black culture. They're okay to watch. Nobody's going to criticize you. Look at Scarface. Gangster movie about the mafia, violence. You see a lot of African American men will have pictures of Scarface. I was watching a talk show. It was a British talk show, actually. Actually, no, I think it was an American talk show, but a British lady was in the crowd, and she got up and she mentioned, why is it that Black Americans are always talking about Scarface and idolizing these Italian mobsters? She said, these people don't like you. These are some of the most racist people out there. She said, are you that stupid that you would watch that? And it's true. It's true. People will watch Scarface and idolize it and emulate it, and those people don't even like you. It's so crazy. This Black American vortex, it's full of ignorance, hypocrisy, and just arbitrary rules. I mean, as you can see, okay, now look at your screen. When Harry Met Sally, old movie. This is the kind of movie that Black Americans would not be interested in. Just wouldn't be interested in it and would consider it a white movie. Because I guess, I don't know, I'm searching for some sort of standard. Maybe it's because it's not an action movie. It's not a thriller. It's just two white people who meet, and that's pretty much it. They're not really interested in the story. I'm not really sure why it is we choose the movies that we choose or the TV shows that we choose. But what I want to point out is that the rules are unclear. No one knows what the rules are. Okay, no one knows what the rules are. They're so haphazard. They're so, it's just a mystery to people. So anyway, what I want to point out is there is no standard. And in fact, I think the standard is hypocrisy. I think the standard is just hypocrisy. I think it's just whatever Jay-Z or Tupac or Biggie or anybody, The Game, whatever they say is cool, people will go ahead and do it. So yeah, there's your Black American vortex. When it comes to entertainment, it's up in the air. We don't know who sets the standard. We don't know how to change it. We don't know how to add things onto it, but it's just there, and you deal with it, and that's what's given to you. And if you break it, then you're considered outside of the culture. You're going against the grain. You're doing something that's considered quote unquote white. Anyway, I'm common denominator. Sorry I didn't have more on this one, but it's just so really complex in its hypocrisy and ignorance that there really is nothing else I can say about it. But if you're Black American, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Comment below. I want to hear what you guys got to say.